Yo, what a fight, man. Give it up to these guys for real. What a fight. This was worth every dollar, penny, cent.
Yes.
Action-packed excitement throughout the whole show. Even the intro was fantastic. You had the world champion from WWE, Big E Langston, introducing these guys. Great intros, amazing wardrobes. Shit, it looked like Tyson deliberately wore more of an outfit,
of a costume,
to just prove a point, a costume to prove a point. You know what I mean? Tonight, right? You notice that right off the bat?
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Was that a little bit of a deliberate shot? Maybe deliberate shot going toward freaking him. Because you've seen all he had was, the little mask and everything like that. It was a fantastic fight tonight. We watched it live, all three of us together, and it was a brilliant fight.
Great.
And it went back and forth. Jones, talk to me about this fight. How did you feel about it?
Non-stop action from the very beginning. There was very little dancing, very little feeling each other out. As when Fury knocked him down, it felt like, oh shit, here we go. And then all of a sudden, the energy from the very beginning, it was a heavyweight fight that reminded you of the 90s heavyweight fights, the early 2000s heavyweight fights. The excitement was in the air. There was people there. The intros when they were walking out.
The intros were fantastic.
Great. We were jumping around.
The fight like a damn wrestling match. They both came in like some damn warriors in their own right. It was beautiful, and it set up the tone in such a way that it was amazing, absolutely breathtaking. I just look at that. I mean, look at that shit. It looks like damn WrestleMania for Christ's sakes.
He's coming out looking like Leonidas.
Payne, talk to me about this fight, please.
Please.
I like how Deontay Wilder came in. He had a game plan. He went for the body, 5 or 6 straight jabs to the body.
Right.
He had Fury on the ropes backing up. He didn't know what to do at first, but a true champion in Fury knows how to adjust on the fly. He made the necessary adjustments, got into a groove, was more relaxed to the fighters, and he executed his game plan and caught him late.
100%.
Action-packed fight, though.
And you got to give it to Wilder. He had the heart of a effing lion. He would not go down for nothing. He was exhausted after the 5th round. Maybe even 4th round. He was really tired. 5th round, you could see he was exhausted, but he was not giving up.
Gas. Looked like around that 6th round he started favoring his hand real heavy. Me and Payne were talking to each other when we were watching the fight. And the medic came out and asked him, and as a heart of a lion, Deontay Wilder said, no, we're gonna keep this going. I want
to get a report. I'm sorry for cutting you off, John, but I want to get some reports on that hand.
Yeah, guys, if anyone's watching the playback of the post, if anyone's watching the post interview, we really would love to hear if there's any kind of report on that. So please keep us updated on that. And shout out to everyone watching live. Please hit the thumbs up button. It's very crucial. It helps the performance of the show, and it motivates us to keep doing these shows right after the fights. I would say this is one of the best fights I've seen in a very long time.
Delzy. Great.
These fights are not cheap, right? And it's like when you pay for a fight and you get what you want, you don't even remember you paid for it. And that's what this is.
That's a fact.
This was fantastic. Fantastic. Great. If anyone would like to talk their piece on this fight, let me know. Pretty clean fight, too, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
No shit at all. If you notice, no shit talking throughout it. A little bit of shit talking on the way over there. But most of the shit talking actually was from the corners, talking shit to each other.
Trying to wake Deontay's ass up.
Wilder's corner saying, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because it was punch drunk.
Yeah.
He was cooked. He looked cooked. You know, the thing about it was, and like I was telling you guys when we were watching the fight, he had no legs. You know, after that fourth, fifth round, after he knocked Fury down twice, and Fury woke up and was ready to fight again, I thought Deontay Wilder missed his window because come that fifth, sixth round, seventh round, he had no legs. And anybody that knows anything about boxing, you got to have some hips and some legs in order to put that 100% into those punches. It was all just arm punches, arm pit pats. And me and Payne were noticing that throughout towards that fight. And Fury had a great game plan. You know, he got away from it. It looked like in that fourth round, I believe it was the fourth round when he got knocked down twice. And then all of a sudden, Fury went back to it, leaning on him, putting him in those little arm locks, leaning on him, putting that body weight on him. Fury outweighed him by 30, 40 pounds probably, at least. And that's
look at Fury's body. And one thing that I was talking about with the fellas while we were doing the show, this just shows how tough of a human being Fury is, because you look at the body type of both of these guys, and Wilder was in phenomenal shape.
Marvel superhero shape.
Marvel superhero, could have been in the Avengers.
Yes.
Crying out loud. And then you see Tyson, he looked like he just came out of the pub, you know?
Yeah, he just left
Applebee's, got himself a fucking burger, some fries, a few burgers, a few beers, you know, a bunch of
brewskis, a couple tall boys.
Yeah, a couple tall boys. You know, it just shows that some people have the heart of a fucking lion. Both of them do.
Yeah.
But this guy is the king of lions right here.
So he's more skilled though. Like what Shaq said, at the end of the day, skills pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
You're damn right.
He's more like Wilder. Wilder got into boxing because his daughter was sick, and that's the quickest way to make money rather than being a football player and trying to get drafted. You can go right into boxing. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody over boxing like it is with basketball, football, stuff like that. You can just go right into it and get you some quick money and take care of your family. So that was a quick decision he made. He's not as seasoned as Fury is, and it shows. It shows. They're in two different leagues.
Shows
100%.
every time, bro. Shows every time. And the problem with it is that, you know, Fury, no matter how many times, you know, Deontay Wilder looked like he was going to come out and he landed a little combo or he landed that punch. You know, he did. I'm going to give him all the credit. He did knock Fury down twice. But that, he didn't come out and do it again. It looked like Fury, every time Wilder came out on top, Fury adapted and overcame. And went.
Did you hear what Ward said though? Did you hear what Ward said? Ward said that was a slow count when Fury got knocked down. He was complaining about that. So that's gonna be a little controversial too. We're gonna hear a bunch of controversial stuff about this fight. Wilder's hand and that count.
People love to complain and critique too. You know that, right? So we're gonna hear that. But it was clear as day that Fury was dominating the fight after I would say the fifth round. Like right when the fifth came, he was dominating the fight. He was exhausted. You could see the guy was tired as all fucking hell. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He was fucking tired, bro. He did great. He put down Fury. He did put him down. You know, nice shots. But at the end of the day, man, it was good night, Irene. Fury just has more skills and is just the tougher individual. I mean, you can't deny that. Can you deny that?
No, not at all. Can you deny that, man? I mean, he just
Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
And that shot, and he hit him with so many beautiful shots, man. That uppercut on one of the knockouts.
It
was in the chin shot, you know. And
right
on that's the button. You know when you get hit solid in that chin, and you're already tired. It's over. It's
Sleep City.
Or the side of the head.
Yes.
You hit him the side of the head too.
Yeah, a couple of them right around behind the ear area. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna put you to sleep every time.
What a comeback from Wilder for a second.
Oh, it had us up. It had me up out of my seat where I was watching.
Talking, the three of us, like, yo, it's over during that first knockout.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Wilder came back like freaking, he rose from the dead like a damn zombie.
Yeah, he was ready, man. It was super impressive. Super impressive.
He was out. Just hope that Wilder was definitely hurt. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wilder was hurt since he got knocked down that first time.
So Fury redamaged that ear again. Remember he hurt his ear the last time in the second fight. He hurt Wilder's ear.
Very true.
He busted his eardrum up again. His eardrum is busted.
I mean, 2 knockouts in the same round. He knocked the guy down twice in the same round, guys. And he still lost the fight. That's got to be fucking irritating. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, it's got to be. And but it was my favorite part about it was actually a great exclamation point on a trilogy. We don't have
beautiful.
When we sit back and we think about heavyweight fighters, we can't name them like we could in the 90s or the early 2000s. We can't name a lot of heavyweight fighters because it's a dying division. But for these two guys to come on here and put on a show the way they did tonight on the grand stage, it was the entertainment value was through the roof. And
I mean, and as I said, even the actual the intro to coming in was like it felt big, and that's what it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel big. This is a big effing deal, this fight, and that's why we're live right now. I mean, look, This guy came out looking like, damn, what are you about to wrestle at WrestleMania?
Good
outfit, beautiful looking outfit with the mask and the fur on the damn shit. He was looking fly as shit. Look at the mask right there and everything.
Yes.
With the necklaces. He looked dope, man. And you also had the one and only. Where do you rank this man as far as a battler, Payne?
I hear what you say, Delz.
Where would you rank him as a rap battler?
Lux, I would say Lux is top 5.
Yeah. Loaded Lux is pretty incredible. Not very familiar with his actual music, but he's an amazing effing battler. And I was very surprised to see him. I think your phone may be tapped, by the way. You sound like AZ and Nas is about to come after your voice, by the way. This was weird, this intro in the beginning with the guys doing all this weird.
Yes.
Creepy, I will say.
The guys are coming out dancing all funky.
Very cool look. But at first it was very strange. Now this is where it got badass. This is like straight out of 300.
Yeah, Spartan, United.
I understand what we were going for. The camera was just focused on this one guy doing all kinds of stuff, like half naked. It was very like homoerotic and weird.
Lotion in the basket.
Yeah. But it ended up being cool once you started seeing like people in like shields and shit, and I was like, okay, I get it. Because at first I'm like, what is he doing? Jones was like, oh, he's the Gypsy King, right? You were like,
yeah.
He's doing some Gypsy shit. But then it ended up being some like 300 type of shit.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, and it was dope. And both of their entrances were fantastic. How did we feel about this fight? Z says that this is one of the best fights in a while. And make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, please, and hit the notification. Slick said that this was a good-ass fight.
Yes, Slick. Yes.
Plus, Pacquiao retired, he says. I caught that late, what he's saying. Fury, what do you think about this right here, guys?
That should definitely happen just so Fury can go ahead and clean him up, too, and keep the lineage belt. Yeah, no problem. Usyk's good, but this is the fight we all want to see. I mean, this is the fight we all wanted to see, and this is the fight that garnered the most attention. In the boxing world, it's two heavyweight Goliaths going back at it, and I feel like it lived up to the billing. All three of us watched the fight together. Great fight. The excitement was there. Had us up out of our seats a few times, shouting at the screen, hooting and hollering.
We were yelling for like. It
was great. Yeah, it was great. It reminded me of the fight. It reminded me of
Payne, can you come off the show and then come right back in, because I want to hear what you got to say, but your shit sounds crazy right now.
Okay.
All right, please come back because you watch this with us. Anyone wants to cam up, please do. Please hit the thumbs up on. The more likes we get, the more views we get. So let's get the likes up, especially on the live show. And we do have the super chat, Cash App. Show love. We're live. It's 2:55 East Coast time in the morning. Show love, please. Tyson ate a 3-piece spicy from Popeyes before the fight. That's his secret. And I'll tell you, his physique looked. I got a better physique than him.
Yes, I'm saying.
Like, look at the love handles on him, and I'm not trying to fat shame him at all because I think that sucks. But it just shows that you either got it or you don't got it.
Yeah, 100%. You're good.
What do you think about that? What I just said, Payne? You either got it or you don't got it. Look at his body, and then look what he did tonight.
Yo, the looks is so deceiving though, man, because you would think by Wilder's body that he's in better physical shape.
Yeah.
When in actuality, the man that looks like he's not in shape is in better shape.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Stamina wise, his legs, his movements, he was more alert than Wilder. Is just a total domination, man. It was a good effort on Wilder's part, but he don't have as much in the bag as Fury does. Fury can go in his bag. He got a deep bag.
Yeah, he does. And you know, when they lock up and they do the short boxing, I call it dirty boxing, when they're inside and they're locked up together. Fury's, you know, movement, the way he was constantly the whole fight leaning, putting the pressure on Wilder, and it took away you take away a man's legs, you take away a boxer's legs, and they don't have much left. They don't have anything left.
Especially if that's all you rely on is your power punch, and you only got one hand. Wilder's a one-handed fighter. He don't got no uppercuts. He don't got no left hooks. He got a nice jab when he decides to use it, but that's only a distraction punch to set up for the right hand. And if you take away the right hand from him, then he dead in the water.
Yeah,
he dead in the water without a life raft.
Yeah, he is, man. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And it was, but my favorite part about this whole thing was just remind me of the golden era, man, the good old days, man.
They had that feeling.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed this so much. I enjoyed this so much. Like it was. I enjoyed this. I can't stop saying it. It's like I feel like the fucking Rain Man right now.
Yeah, it was like going to one of the old school fight parties, you know.
Dude, it was so good.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Action from top to bottom. Yeah. No disappointment.
No disappointment. I mean, all three of us were hooting and hollering at the screen, at the television screen, you know, watching this. And like you said, you know, when you get a pay-per-view, a lot of times you're like, oh shit, man, damn it. And then, but this, you don't feel like this after this. After this, it was like, yeah.
Right when you thought it was game over,
yeah,
this guy knocks down Tyson twice.
Why?
In one round.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a wrap. I thought it was a wrap.
It was over. First, Tyson puts him down. And then he comes back and puts him down in the same round twice.
Yeah.
And then after that, it went downhill. What the hell happened? I think he just ran out of gas, bro.
Yeah. And he didn't stick to the game plan. He didn't stick to his game plan.
No.
He was headhunting more. And when you headhunt more, you leave yourself more open, just headhunting.
Should have just stayed with that body like he was
doing.
With
the body attack. That body is soft. Fury has a soft body, so eventually them body shots would have took toll on him and took away his legs.
Yes.
Because he's the fighter with more bounce. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to attack his body and keep and wear him down, so he won't be moving around on you like that. Because he's circling, he pivoting, you know what I'm saying? He jitting in and out of there and stuff like that. So
I agree with everything. I agree. You're hitting the nail on the head with everything you're saying, man.
Right. That's why I wanted to make sure he's on the panel tonight, because he knows his boxing pain. So I was really looking forward to having him on the panel tonight. Guys in the chat, let us know how you felt about the fight. If you're watching on the playback, please let us know too. you know, we appreciate you all, and please show some love with them thumbs ups, some donations to the super chat. And man, I mean, I just can't believe what we witnessed tonight. It was what a way to end this trilogy. It's over now, right? We're done.
We're not going to see this again. No, he put an exclamation.
This fight is controversial, Jones. They're gonna make a case about that count and it potentially Wilder's hand.
You talking about the 8?
Yeah. No, not the 8 count. But, when Fury went down and Andre Ward immediately said that count was suspect. It was too slow.
Well,
said the count was slow.
I remember him saying that.
Those are going to be too controversial.
What does that even matter? Do you think that really mattered?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you why it mattered. Because when Mike Tyson knocked out Buster Douglas, he knocked him out. The referee, that was a slow count.
Yeah, but that
Buster
was
Douglas
different.
would not have got up from that punt from that knockdown.
I don't think he would have either. But this one
That
right
plays
here,
a part.
Fury, I don't think was cooked. I don't think Fury. I think that was okay. I don't think it was a super slow count at all.
Well, you know what? We watched it in real time. I think if we go back and watch it again and we can see it the second time, then we can analyze it better. When you watch something in real time, you can't really see it.
Fair enough. You're absolutely right. And but let's be honest, man. Wilder didn't have nothing left, bro. Nothing left.
Yeah.
Bro, the tank was empty, bro.
He had nothing. Gas. He was breathing out of his mouth the rest after the third round.
But then he's not, and then Wilder's not as accurate as Fury is. So like when Fury got up on that second knockdown and he supposed to try to attack him and go for some more, he get a little too sloppy and get too wild trying to load up on his punches. He's not as accurate. So that allows a boxer like Fury that's smart to be able to think on the fly and get out of there.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000,000,000%. And what the craziest part about it was this guy once again beat the odds. You know, Tyson Fury is a man who beats the odds. You know, he was an addict, you know, and he survived, got help, and did what he had to do, came back to fighting after years off. Doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying, a Marvel superhero like Wilder.
He was a drug addict.
Serious ass tonight.
Fury was a drug addict, contemplating suicide, weighing 350 pounds.
Yeah.
And came back and is the heavyweight champion of the world, man. Come on.
Guy, that's what's amazing to me is how he doesn't just quit. He adapts, overcomes, and succeeds. And what he did is climb that mountain. Let's just be honest. We watched that first fight between these two. I don't know how it was a draw, but let's just be super real honest.
Wilder
took his head off.
Wilder won that first fight.
Yeah, he did. Wilder,
I agree.
He took his head off, and Tyson Fury rose up like the Undertaker.
Yes, he did.
Slow count, real. And then the second fight, my man had 50 excuses why. We're just gonna say he wore a 100-pound outfit. You know what I'm saying, to a boxing fight.
But you notice he made sure he didn't wear a heavy outfit this time.
Yeah, he did not.
But I'm telling you, Tyson Fury may have wore a heavier outfit just to kind of
shame him.
Yeah, he was wearing a heavy. Like, let's look at his outfit, guys. Hold on. That's why I wanted to make sure we have the fucking images. Look at him. Had a big ass helmet, gold pieces all over him, which could have been plastic for all we know,
Yeah.
But then you look at homeboy here. He wasn't wearing much of an outfit tonight, which was smart.
Right.
Because we ain't trying to hear that shit no more.
Nah, you can't. No excuses.
We gonna hear about that hand.
He looked like he a villain in a movie right there. He looked badass, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
He looked great.
And shout out to Big E, man, the world champion in WWE. Phenomenal promo setting it up.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Loved it.
That was super dope. I like how he merged. I like how he merged the two worlds together, wrestling and boxing. I like how they did that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to keep in mind that Fury wrestled.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did wrestle. So that's the whole thing. It kind of intertwines. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What did he wrestle again? I forgot.
I forgot too, G. I gotta figure it out. I was
I'll find it right now. WWE Tyson.
I'm gonna have to try to link up with y'all boys in Carolina, man.
Tyson Fury wrestled
Undertaker.
Braun Strowman, and he wrestled Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that was it, Braun Strowman. And Brock? Really? I'm
pretty sure.
That was crazy. That's awesome, man.
If I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong.
No, I think you're 100% billion% correct. And what was so good is just seeing this guy overcome again and coming out here getting knocked down twice after knocking Wilder down once. He gets knocked down twice. It was definitely
Braun Strowman, though.
There you go, Justin.
Yo, what up, Rich?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Hit the thumbs up button, please. Hit the thumbs up. Y'all want us to stay on? Hit the thumbs up. Send some donos, and we'll stay on. If not, I think I may go to caffeine and play a little music in a little bit. So if y'all want to stay on YouTube, put some coins in the meter. Richie Rich, what up, man?
Cracking Rich. Yo, big ups to Texas A&M beating Alabama tonight 41-38. But I can't believe I just wanted more out of Wilder. I wanted more. I feel like I don't want to use the word quit because I don't think he quit at all.
No, he didn't quit.
Nah, but it's just.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jones. To even say that word "quit," you're fucking crazy.
I'm not. I don't.
That man fought with
I'm not gonna say quit.
Ounce of juice he had left. I'm just saying using that word "quit."
Oh, okay.
He fought to the death, B.
Yeah, he fought to the death.
He really fought to the death.
He fought to the death. He had nothing left.
What happened?
Right when you thought it was really, really over, he still was landing punches.
What happened there?
He ran out and he didn't have the gas, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't have the energy. The tank was on E.
It was.
It was literally on E, and he couldn't go to the gas station to fill up.
I couldn't. I never can understand that, man. You see Tyson.
Yeah, but you can't say he was outmatched. Who wrote that? Steve, you can't say he was outmatched because you've seen the first fight.
Tyson just looks
like
I
said, it's not that he's outmatched. It's just that Tyson Fury got a bigger bag.
Deontay Wilder
has a bigger bag.
Looked like he's been sitting on the couch eating Lay's potato chips.
That's what I'm saying.
Soap operas.
Man, looks
months.
Yeah.
He looked like
he was watching Days of Our Lives, eating fucking potato chips with the fucking sour cream dip and all of that shit.
Yeah.
He had do you see the love handles on this man? I feel good when I see him now, man, because fucking shit, bro. His body, look at his body right there. And he put the smackdown on this man.
Smackdown.
Do you see the body?
When I first seen Tyson Fury, I seen him fight Klitschko. And I would have bet all my money that Klitschko would have beat him because he had that same body. And he beat Klitschko.
Yeah, he did. First time Klitschko was lost in a long time.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Wasn't an entertaining fight, but he won.
Yeah, Soups. It was not. You know who he's named after, right, Delz? He's named after Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy. His dad, you know what I'm saying? Named him that. I was just super entertained for the first time in a long time.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, let me ask y'all fellas this. Is it safe to say that Deontay Wilder is the hardest heavyweight puncher in the history of boxing?
No, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, by far.
You think so?
Yeah,
by far. It ain't even a conversation.
Well, no, it is a conversation because, like, listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna say this. Wilder was hitting him with grazing punches that's knocking him out. Those punches wasn't even really flush that he would knock Fury down with. They was like a grazing punch, and he would still knock you down with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, he got to be the hardest puncher in heavyweight history.
Nah.
Like, Mike Tyson hit you with stuff flush. George Foreman hit you with something flush. This guy will just graze you and would knock you down.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what that first knockdown was. Remember, me and you saw that. We were talking
that was a nice shot.
I mean, that's
what I'm saying.
But nah, man, I'm not gonna say that.
I can't even. I
can't put that on, man. When I see Tyson,
Mike Tyson is a knockout artist.
Yeah, this guy's a 7. Woke up
He
yet.
is a Picasso of knocking people out, Mike Tyson.
Razor Ruddock still ain't the same since '91. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm being real.
My man is like, he's the artiste when it comes to knocking people.
I like Razor Ruddock, but he ain't never been the same since '91, B. I'm being real, man.
I knew Mike Tyson was a problem when he had a grown man crying.
I mean, ask about
a grown man crying, didn't want to come out to the ring and fight him.
Yeah, ask Frank Bruno. Ask
tears.
Bruno who the hardest puncher is. Shit, ask Buster Douglas. Shit. Ask any of them. But now, Deontay Wilder's respect. He definitely
But you gotta look at Deontay Wilder's knockout percentage over Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah, every fight, almost every fight.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And speaking of landed punches, after I think the 6th round or 7th round, it was double.
Double, yes.
Yeah. And it was close to double with landed punches with Fury throughout the whole fight.
He just woke up, bro. He just woke up.
That's
domination. The whole fight, though, even after he landed more punches every single round. Let's not get it twisted. Every single round, he landed more punches.
From the second round on.
Yes, first round was definitely Wilder all day. He hit him nice at the end, Tyson, and that could have wowed the judges if it went, for that round, if it went to that, which we all know wouldn't have went to that because shit. It was clear as day that he dominated the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, Delz, because I went to a judging school, because I was thinking about being a boxing judge, and I know what this how they score it sometimes. So they score, boxing judges score the harder punches, the flashier looking punch. Sometimes they like to score blood, and they like to score aggression. So you got to look. That's why I said that first round was really pivotal. To us, it went to Wilder for his activity, but Fury landed the better looking punch, the best punch of the fight. So I guarantee you, one Nevada judge gave that round to Fury. I guarantee you, one Nevada judge gave it to Fury because of that one punch he landed. That was the best looking punch of the whole fight. I mean, or that whole round.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, hit that thumbs up button. I'm gonna keep it 100. You don't be a dickhead. Like, we got low likes. Hit the thumbs up. There's a lot of people in here. Hit the thumbs up right now. Takes 2 seconds. Support us. It's 1:12 in the morning. Show some love, please.
Such a damn, just the entertainment value is through the roof, and I get it. Wilder got beat, but he definitely showed my respect when he had a way out. When that medic came up to him, asked him how his hand was. If he wanted a way out, then people would have gained. They would have garnered attention, and it would have demanded we have to fight again because I went out because of my hand. He could have did that. That was a window for him to say, "Yo, my hand was hurt. That's why I lost." He
never want to go out like that.
Yeah,
I hurt my hand in the fight. I hurt my hand in the fight before Jones. You never want to go out like that. So you just suck it up and just figure out a way.
Yeah, he tried his hardest, and if it was his right hand that had any kind of a sprain, fracture, broke, whatever, then that takes away his cannon. Without his cannon, that puts him at a
huge disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage, huge disadvantage. I think he was just trying to survive, man. I think he was just trying to survive. Maybe catch him. I can catch him maybe here late, man. I'm gassed. I got a little bit left. But, Tyson Fury, again, adapted, overcame, and succeeded and proved to everybody why right now he is on top of the road as far as it goes with heavyweight boxing. And, it was a great fight. But,
hey, if I was Fury, I wouldn't even chase Joshua no more. Joshua got to chase me now. Joshua has to chase me now. I wouldn't even chase Joshua no more. He should be tired of chasing Joshua. Joshua been dodging them two for years. I don't care what nobody say. He been dodging them two for years. You know what I'm saying? And for Wilder too, Wilder, he ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. He shouldn't hang his head low. He gave it a good fight. He put on a great fight. You know what I'm saying? Is at the end of the day, the better man succeeded. He ain't got nothing to be ashamed of, though. He put that man down twice in one round, and it was a good. It could have went to anybody.
Yeah,
that fight could have went to anybody. It could have ended in one punch with either one of them at any given time. If Fury would have got too sloppy and been too over aggressive, and Wilder just caught him with something, it could have been lights off of Fury
easily.
So he has nothing. He has nothing to be ashamed of at the end of the day for this fight, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you 10,000%. Nothing to be ashamed of. He showed the real what a warrior he is, and he know. I think he had a good game plan at the beginning, going to the body, body, then going up top, body, up top, up down. Yep. I thought that was a great game plan. Yep. I think he got away from that a little too early.
Yeah.
But you hear his trainers, his staff right there in the corner saying, wake the F up. What are you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? When you're not alive is when he's getting you. When you're not moving, when you're not paying, when there's no action, he's he's piecing you up. And Wilder became real stiff and was just really just on the ropes a lot too, trying to fight off his back. And I didn't understand that. I think when it comes to short boxing and being up against, being tied up like that, I think it definitely goes it goes in Fury's favor. Huge, big time leads. Yeah, in my opinion.
That show you how inexperienced Wilder's corner was too. Because if you notice, they didn't even give him no instructions. Like you said, all he kept screaming at him was "Wake the F up! What are you doing?" Blah blah blah. He wasn't giving him no instructions in there. He wasn't saying you need to move side to side. Hey, stick to the game plan. Go to the body, then sneak over the top, tie him up. Don't let him push you back. They didn't give him no directions. That's an inexperienced corner. He need to fire that corner. They didn't tell him nothing. But wake the F up.
Yeah. They just kept telling him that. They didn't give me any instruction. He was lost, man. You could look in his eyes. He looked defeated. You know what I mean? When you saw him out there, I don't think he knew whether it was Saturday night or Wednesday night. I think he just looked defeated, man. Since that first knockdown, he looked cooked. And I really wanted Wilder to win. I really did. I like Wilder. Nothing against him. I think he's entertaining. But the better boxer, again, was not just proven once, but it's been proven time after time that that Tyson Fury is definitely a outclassed and outboxed Deontay Wilder in every sense of the fashion. Now, what's next? Who knows? I forget how to pronounce it. Yusiric, that guy's a good, decent little fighter. That Joshua guy, but then he just got beat. I mean, who knows right now? Right now, these guys were the main attraction. These guys were the ones who were bringing a lot of attention to a much needed, almost a dying division in the heavyweight world, and as far as boxing. And hats off to them. Great fight from the rooter to the tutor, from the up to the top to the bottom. Super enjoyable. Had no problems getting this on pay-per-view and watching this. It was just really entertaining when they're walking out. It reminds you of that old school shit. It had that old school feel that when our parents used to get them boxing fights, we used to go to the boxing fight parties, and everybody brought a dish. Everybody was enjoying the night and shit. This reminded you of that. This really had that feel, and damn, it was entertaining, man.
This was a throwback fight right here.
Yeah.
It's definitely a throwback fight.
It felt good watching with the homies too and enjoying it on Saturday night. It really, really did. I just wish I didn't want it to end. I almost wanted I want to throw. Payne said, "Yo, man, throw these guys. Let's throw these guys a super chat. Let's not let this fight in. Damn it. Let's throw these guys a super chat. Let's not let this shit end." It was
just like our battles, man. When somebody get on the rope, they're like, "No, we don't want it to end. We gonna that's how I wanted to do with that boxing match too."
Yeah, I didn't want it to end. It was real entertaining because, a lot of these fights don't live up to the hype anymore. You got fucking Logan Paul and Jake Paul fucking fighting. Come on.
Yeah. That was the last fight I paid for, Jones, the Logan and Mayweather fight.
But come on, man. Shit like that. Really? That's what we doing now, B? That's what we doing now? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Watching some some bum, some
But
guy.
you know what it is though, Jones?
Why?
The boxers have lost power. The promoters have the power now. The boxers can't make the fights that they want to make because the promoters don't only want to keep everything in their stable.
So sad.
That's why we couldn't get Mayweather Pacquiao for a long time because Bob Arum wanted the fighters in his stable to fight. They couldn't make deals with
Al
Hammond and all that.
And it's
we got super chat that came in. I don't mean to interrupt you. Maximo Fine says boxing. Props to Fury. Wilder can't box 100%. I disagree with that respectfully. It says thanks for Delz for the genre. Listen, we love sports, and this Delz show is all about stuff that I love. It's a mixed bag: music, sports, hip hop, interviews, wrestling, and also sneakers too. So it was a great fight. We really enjoyed it, and thank you all for tuning in. And make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for the donation. Send them donos, and we keep this show going. If not, I'm thinking about going to Caffeine TV and play some music and just hang out in a little bit. So keep them donos going if you want us to hang out here on YouTube still. And that's ultimate compliment. Let me hit you with that ultimate Delz.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Maximo Fights. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Real
salute.
Wilder has the footwork of a 1-year-old. Terrible.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Payne?
He doesn't have any footwork. Like I say, I seen somebody added in a little bit of side to side in his camp. Whoever was training him added a little bit of side to side. He was trying to go side to side a little bit because in the second fight when he fought Fury, he was just going straight back, which is a no for a power puncher. But you can't teach an old dog new tricks. His natural instincts came back to him once the later fights went in, and he was just going straight back. And where Fury could just find him, he wasn't going side to side, in and out. He started going straight back. So what dude's saying is pretty on point.
Side.
What he's saying is on point. He don't have no footwork at all. That's why they call it the square circle. It's a ring. You go in circles. You go in circles. You don't go backwards.
100%. Shout out to Blazing in here. Wilder definitely is no world-class boxer. He's literally a power puncher with very sloppy technique. How do you feel about that, guys? Jones?
I agree with him 10,000%. I think he's a knockout artist. I think he's a fighter that when the experts that I watched, when they were talking on here, that Wilder has a puncher's chance. And it absolutely showed. Through this whole fight, Wilder had a puncher's chance to win this fight. When you hear that, that's the definition of what Wilder had from the rooter, the start to the tutor, the finish of this fight. A puncher's chance. And I think he's outclassed 100 times over by Tyson Fury as far as being a pure boxer, in my opinion.
Guys, let's get the thumbs ups up, please, guys. One last time I'm going to ask. Let's get the thumbs ups. We should have at least 60 to 70 thumbs ups on here. Let's get to 100, 200. Please, if y'all want this. I'm monitoring this. I'm going to give y'all a couple more minutes. Now we're going to go to caffeine.tv/DJ Delz, and I'm going to hang out over there, play a little bit of some music over there and hang out. All in all, though, once again, this was such a great show because of the fact that it kept going up and down. It was going toward Tyson, and then it went to Wilder. I mean, it was to the point where we thought Wilder was going to win, right? I mean,
at one point, I was up out my seat shouting, screaming, hallelujah.
My son, one of my sons came down here and told me to quiet it down. I was so loud.
Yeah, we were having fun. It felt like Delz, man, when you stepped away for a second. I was telling everybody I mean, and Payne agreed. And I know you were too. This reminded me of those old school when you would see those fight parties. Man, everybody brought a dish, and it was a good ass fight. It had that feeling, man. It had that.
It was so fun, bro.
It had that feeling, and it just reminded me of that, and it really brought.
I don't remember the last time I dropped money on a fight, and I actually really felt like it was worth my money. This was worth the money, bro.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
I think we're gonna see it again, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
I would pay for it. I would pay for a fight.
It's gonna.
We know it's gonna be
entertaining. I really think it will happen again, guys. I think that there's too much money on the table for there not to be another fight but I mean, he dominated the whole time though. At the same time,
that's twice. He's been dominated twice over ever since that first
he
fight.
literally sunned him.
He did.
He sunned him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another word you can use but son? He completely sunned the guy.
No.
Yeah.
He dominated his ass, and it was
But he put him down, and what was it, the third round, I think it was? Correct me if I'm wrong. Put him down twice. Yeah. So it's like at the same time, how do you son him? But look, some people were saying he's just a knockout artist, you know?
He
throws wild punches. So that could be the case too. I mean, it's difficult to call this shit at times when it comes down to it, you know?
I think Wilder should have took Mayweather up on his offer when Mayweather offered to train him.
Yeah, I remember he did offer him that. And like Payne, you pointed out such a great thing. When we were watching the fight, you know, we always just heard, yo, get active, get active.
We got a special guest. A boxing legend.
We didn't hear boxing legend.
Tito, how did you feel about this fight? I know you've boxed in your days. How do you feel about it?
I just think that Wilder's one-dimensional. That's it. He's got power. You can't like Payne said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You just can't. And if it comes back again, if they do another fourth fight, it's gonna be the same outcome.
Yep.
Because Wilder it's something about Wilder, and that's gonna kill him. And he has no endurance. He can't last 9-10 rounds. He can't do it.
He was gassed, wasn't he, Tito? After the fourth round, he was breathing out of his mouth the whole fight. But he had nothing.
Mayweather, anybody could train him. He's still, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Mayweather probably would have added a little more head movement to him at least.
Yeah, but and he doesn't move no left to right. You know, he doesn't. Yep. It's just he was winning so many fights because of his power. It was saving him. But other than that, when he got into trouble, any trouble, he couldn't get away from that right, that jab. It was just too much for him. You know, it was I never was a big Wilder fan. I mean, I like what he was doing and bring it to the sport, but other than that, I don't know.
He's outclassed.
He's outclassed.
Hey, Tito, you know who exposed Wilder before Fury did?
Who?
What was his name? Luis?
Yeah. Exactly.
The Cuban fighter?
Yeah.
Like, even though he beat him, he exposed him though. He kept getting hit. He kept getting hit with that left hand. Like, he's a slick.
Kong.
King. Yeah. He's a slick southpaw. And he just caught up. He just caught up to him early. He just caught up to him later. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Wilder caught up, like I say, he relied on his power and caught up to him. He got a puncher's chance with anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you take that away from him, like I said, he's dead in the water without a life raft.
You know what? If it wasn't for Buck Crawford, and for a few of these other fighters, and thank God for Manny Pacquiao, but he's gone now because he's done.
Crawford, that's the next one.
That's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for a few of these fighters, boxing would be nowhere right now because
100%.
There's
desperate times of actual talent.
Yeah, Canelo got exposed by Mayweather. You know what? Canelo and Mayweather still with him toe to toe, and Mayweather didn't run. That was a great fight. But Canelo. Yeah,
that was young, though. That was like 12, 15. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but he was still 40-0.
Yeah, but Canelo was a young man. Now, if you put that's just one of those. That's just
See, Jones, this is why I have a problem at when we talk about Mayweather. This is why I have a problem at. I'm gonna tell you this. So we say, oh, he was a baby, he was too young. But then when he fights somebody that's older, oh, he was over the hill. Like Mayweather would never win. Mayweather would never win. Canelo was too wet behind the ears.
He's too predictable. Too predictable.
You know what I'm saying? He fought Mosley off of a knockout from Antonio Margarito, but now all of a sudden
the only person outside of Mayweather to give Canelo a run was Triple G. And let me tell you something.
Wait. Hold on. What was that? Say it again.
Triple G was the only person outside of Mayweather to give Canelo a run. Triple G.
No, Cotto did, and I'm not Miguel Cotto, his brother. His brother had him on his ass.
Yeah,
he was almost out. I don't know if you
see
that
Cotto,
fight.
Yeah.
What happened?
Cotto's brother, the younger brother, fought Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez was so hurt he was almost on the ground, and you know that was the only guy that almost knocked Canelo out. Look at that fight. Miguel Cotto, his brother. Check out that fight.
Okay, well, add him to the list because Triple G did down there the same thing, and they called that fight a draw. A draw on Latin American weekend in Vegas. They called that a draw.
I seen that. Yeah,
a draw on New Year. A draw.
Yeah,
come on, man.
I didn't agree with that.
Boxing is boxing. You know how that goes, man. A draw. Somebody got paid on that.
Tito, would you say this is one of the best fights we've seen in a long time?
This fight?
Yeah.
Heavyweight fight?
Excitement?
Heavyweight fight?
Yeah.
Other than the Mexican guy and Joshua Clottey, remember when they knocked each other down a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Ruiz,
you don't even remember his name though. You said
Ruiz versus Joshua Clottey.
Yeah.
That was a great fight. That was a great fight. But this one, yeah,
Clottey. No, you naming the wrong fighter. Clottey is the African fighter. That's a welterweight.
No, Joshua, the dude, the guy from England.
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, the one just got beat again by a tomato can.
Yeah, he fought Ruiz. Remember when they fought and they knocked each other down about 3-4 times?
Yeah.
That was about 2 years ago, right? Something like that. Two years ago.
Yep.
See if
that was a great.
That was absolutely right, and then Joshua came back and beat him again.
Exactly.
That was great. This fight just had that excitement in the air, Tito, like the 90s.
It did.
I mean,
it was amazing. I mean, as I said, when you see a fight where it goes all over the place, first you have Tyson knock down this guy, then you have him come back and he knocks down Tyson twice in the same fucking round. And then after that, Tyson just dominates the fight after that for the rest of the damn shit, you know?
If it had been 40 more seconds in that fight when he knocked Wilder down the first time initially, Wilder would have been done early.
It would have been done. Yeah. It was a mess.
He got saved by the bell.
And you know what's crazy? This is not, to me personally, this is not Fury's best fight. Fury's best fight when he beat Klitschko. Remember when he beat Klitschko?
Yeah, but that wasn't an entertaining fight.
Graham, you messed up. You should have looked at that group shot.
That you mean, Tito? You mean that was his biggest fight? This was his best work right here, though.
Yeah, this was his best work. But his biggest
fight was Klitschko.
Yeah, Klitschko came in, a knockout artist. He came in polished, and he was the best of the best. And this guy took him out his game, which was great.
Klitschko was a little up in age too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but him and his brother dominated the sport so tough that it was ideas of them fighting each other because they was cleaning the division out.
Yeah,
like there was no competition.
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of competition, man.
Well, no, other than Lennox Lewis, who beat Vitaly Klitschko and almost opened his eye open.
Yeah, I remember that. His eye was all the way down here by his mouthpiece. They had to stop it. But even then, Lennox was up in age. You know what I'm saying? It was like saying
he had a hell of a jab.
It was like saying Lennox beat Mike Tyson. He beat Mike Tyson at the end of Mike Tyson's career.
And I got to correct you on something, Payne.
What?
Stmayweather and Pacquiao didn't fight because of the promoters. They didn't fight because Pacquiao didn't want to take the Olympic style drug testing.
Drug test.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just that either, though. It was like when Pacquiao did agree to it, and then it got held up another 2 years because of the negotiations with Bob Arum and Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah,
and Al Heyman and all of them.
But at the time, remember, Pacquiao, that would have been a great fight, man. That would have been a great fight in their prime.
You know, another great fight that would have been in their prime too was, let's be honest, B-Hop and Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones.
They fought in their prime. They fought in their prime.
Yeah, but why didn't it happen again? Just like James Toney and Roy Jones Jr. They fought in their prime too, but then Roy Jones Jr. and B-Hop didn't want to fight. They waited until win for that rematch.
But how about the fight of the millennium? How about the fight?
Nobody even remembers that rematch because those guys are way past their prime.
How about the fight of the millennium? Tito Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya. They never fought.
That was great. You know, I remember from that fight. That was the first time in my life I saw anybody get knocked out by a liver punch. I'll never forget that in my life, man.
No.
Trinidad. That's Hopkins. You talking about Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya?
Trinidad and De La Hoya fought. Remember there was the Millennium fight in 2000.
Yeah.
And they made so much money, and they never fought again.
Yeah.
Tito was great, man. Felix Trinidad was great, man.
Oscar gave that fight away, though, Tito. Would you agree?
Oscar gave it away in the last 4 rounds, but it wasn't his fault. It wasn't Oscar's fault. It was the trainer's fault.
The trainer told him,
just keep running, and Tito was
got the fight in the bag. Yep. They told him he had the fight in the bag.
And Tito was super aggressive the whole time. Super aggressive.
You never tell your fighter that. That's fucking
never.
Ever. That was poor.
Why do you think De La Hoya doesn't get the respect he deserves?
That's a tough one. I'll tell you why.
I think
because they like to press up because of everything that's happened outside the boxing ring.
I think some people just don't like him. They're just, Chat, talk to us, Chat. What's good, Chat?
But let me tell you about Oscar De La Hoya. The problem with Oscar De La Hoya, the biggest problem Oscar De La Hoya had was with his own people. Because when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez and destroyed him, the Mexicans got mad because Julio Cesar Chavez was their champion. You know, was their guy. And Oscar didn't need to take that fight. He didn't need to fight Chavez. He was an old Chavez, man. You know what I'm saying? And he took it just to stick it to, it was wrong to me, I think. And that's when he got a lot of hate.
Oh man, I'll never forget the best fight I ever saw, man, was Mildred Taylor. I think Mildred Taylor beat Julio Cesar Chavez, man.
Yeah, Richard Steele stopped it with 3 seconds left. 2 seconds
never
left.
The same after that fight either. Shame too.
Matter of fact, he's really, really bad. He slurs. He was
super bad.
Yeah.
And then I thought Purnell, Sweet Pea Whitaker, who's one of my favorite boxers of all time. I thought he beat Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, but that was at the dome, dome in the Texas Dome or something like
that.
He
got robbed. I get it. He got robbed.
Whitaker but listen, let me tell you something. Whitaker destroyed Chavez in that fight, man. Easily. But you know what? It was a draw. It ended up a draw, Yeah. And that was one of the greatest fights, man. He's the greatest.
I love Sweet Pea. I know, man.
Greatest defensive fighter I've ever seen.
That's who Bud Crawford reminds me of. He reminds me of Sweet Pea. He really does.
No. You know who Bud Crawford reminds me of?
No.
Rest in peace to Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. For the way he could switch from orthodox to southpaw on the fly, because Hagler would do the same thing. Hagler was a southpaw and would switch to fight as orthodox, just on the fly. The same thing Bud do. You know what I'm saying? Just the opposite-handed fighter, but they do the same thing and can power punch you from either side.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something about Marvin Hagler. He fought Sugar Ray Leonard and it ended up a draw. You know what he did? He left the country. He never came back.
He never came back.
That was his last fight, wasn't it?
That was his last fight, and he left the United States. He never wanted to come back to the United States.
Oh, he never did. Italy. He never did. I remember seeing that.
No, that fight wasn't a draw. Sugar Ray won.
No, that was a draw.
And he never came back.
And he never.
You sure, Tito? I thought Ray Leonard won that fight.
No, Ray Leonard.
He won majority decision.
Yeah, I know that he left the country. Marvin Hagler said, "You know what?
He had a draw. Sugar Ray had a draw with Tommy Hearns. He beat Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
You remember those top 5 fighters? You always forget one fighter. Who were the top 5 fighters in that era at that weight?
Tommy, Ray Leonard, Hearns, Duran. Forget that fifth guy.
Of course you're gonna forget him, man. Wilfredo Benitez.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody forgets him.
Oh man, you forgetting my boy. You forgetting my boy Aaron Pryor.
No, he was a different weight. He was 135. He was 135.
My boy Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Pryor was 135, and guess what, man?
He wasn't in their weight division.
Yeah, he wasn't in the weight division. And the thing about Aaron Pryor that I don't like about Aaron Pryor.
Why he whipped your boy's ass down in Miami? Is that why? He whipped that dude's ass down in Miami. That's why you don't like him.
Yeah. He fought Alexis Arguello, 2 great fights, but something about that fight wasn't right, man. Something wasn't right about that fight.
He whooped that dude's ass, Tito.
Yeah, you know what he said. You remember Panama Lewis?
Yeah.
Remember when Panama Lewis told him in the corner, "Hey, don't give me that." And Panama Lewis said, "Don't give me the water. Give me the one that's mixed. Give me the mix." You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was
I remember that real well. So why is that why you don't like Aaron? Is that why you don't like Aaron Pryor?
Because he cheated. That's why.
He didn't. What about the first fight though?
The first fight was very, very good. It was a great fight, man.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Outdoors.
But it's just, you know, and Panama Lewis was known for cheating. You remember what he did? He was a cheater. Panama Lewis was banned for life.
Hey Tito, he go a fight that'll piss you off. The Margarito Cotto won.
Of course. Cotto, he bandaged. You know how they do that, right?
He had loaded gloves.
He had loaded gloves, man. They get wet. Once they get wet,
who's the only one you've seen give Mayweather a run?
The Puerto Rican Cotto gave
I thought Zab Judah gave him a good ass run.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
I thought it was like
you want to talk about Mayweather fights. Three Mayweather fights that were great. 3 Mayweather fights that were great. First fight with Luis Castillo. Yeah, that was a great fight. I thought that if there was a fight that he lost, it would have been that right there.
It would have been that one, yeah.
Cotto gave Mayweather a tremendous fight. You know, you seen Mayweather. I've never seen Mayweather bleeding like that. And Sugar and Mosley hit him in the first round or the second round. He was wobbly in the first round.
Quick though.
Nah, I'm gonna say Mayweather. I'm gonna say Mayweather's toughest fight was Maidana.
Nah. It was a good fight
with Maidana.
Zab gave it to him. Zab
gassed out in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Zab gave it to him, bro.
You know Mayweather's only been
out in the 4th round.
Hey, you know Mayweather's only been down, right? Once in his life.
Yeah, by Zab.
No, it was a fight. It was a fight that he basically broke his hand.
Oh yeah, he broke his hand,
and his hand touched the canvas because when he hit him so hard, his hand touched the canvas, and that was a knockdown. That was considered a knockdown.
He went down to stop a man from punching him.
Yeah, he's a defensive guy, man. He ain't got no.
But his unofficial knockdown was from Zab Judah.
Yeah, the fight. I tell you, Zab knocked his ass down. I thought Zab gave him the best run, man. That's in my opinion.
Zab Judah's a cool cat, man. I've met him many times too in New York City, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
he's driving a fucking yellow Lamborghini, man.
My man.
I remember when we were training for a fight, man. Long ago, I did a mixtape with me and DJ Drama. It was like, yo, man, I need some music, man. I'm training, and I sent him a whole package and shit.
Zab was a
Zab was staying out here for a minute, man. He was.
I got mad photos with Zab Judah.
I thought Zab only wanted to give Mayweather a run, in my opinion. But Cotto did too. Cotto gave him a great run.
But you know why Cotto gave Mayweather that run? Because Mayweather stood there and fought him.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to prove something.
He wanted to prove something. He stood there.
Last time he did,
could have used his feet. He could have used his length and made Cotto look stupid and fought on the outside, but he chose to mix it up with Cotto.
And that's what he got. You saw what happened. He got pieced.
But look at Cotto's face after that fight, though.
Yeah, he got bruised up.
He was knocked up bad.
Tonight's fight was great.
I really enjoyed it, and thank you guys for all camming up. And Tito, man, what a treat to have you here, because I know you have a big passion about boxing. Look, when there's big fights, Tito, we got to talk to you behind the scenes about you being part of this over here. I'm so happy you came up. You don't really that means a lot.
Hey man, my greatest time in boxing was when I when I went to go check out Mayweather fight, and Roger took me to the back to the locker room. I was hanging out with Mayweather, and we went. We were supposed to go partying, but
was he with Prophet Muscle?
Huh? He is the.
If you need, some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hey, he is the cool man. Mayweather. Once the cameras come out, he becomes somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. He just works for the.
Let me tell you something. We were supposed to go party, and I said no because I had just gotten to. We just moved to West Palm Beach, right?
Okay.
And after the fight, Roger was like, "Come on, we're gonna go party. We're gonna go have fun." And when I seen all these women come in, I was like, "Oh," he goes, "Well, go ahead.
You better than me, Tito."
And I said, "No, man.
You better than me, Tito. I'll tell you that right now. You're a better man than me, Tito.
I had a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old at home. I'm not about that.
I feel you.
I'm not about that.
Hey guys, by the way, if y'all want to see me, Jones, a few of us, the personalities on this show, we will be at WrestleCade on Saturday, the day after Black Friday at WrestleCade.com.
Right.
Check us out. We'll be there. Y'all want to meet us? Y'all want to hang out with us? Y'all want to buy us a drink? Y'all want to take photos? Hang out. Come through. Yeah. All right. I would love to see Payne and Tito over there.
Love to.
I'm gonna try to make it, man. I'm gonna try to put something together, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to put something together and try to get out there.
Yeah.
Nope.
It looks like Matt was very interested in that.
Yeah, he was. I'm gonna push those.
Yeah, you can put a little pressure on him.
I'm gonna test the waters a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go on caffeine in about 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna hang out and play some music. I'm probably gonna start off with Cuban links, and then we'll take requests. Once that happens, if any requests come in, then we'll do so. But I think we're gonna end this real soon, man. Any final thoughts starting from Payne going up? You guys can't see where you are on there, so we'll start with Payne. I just realized that.
All right. Hey, I just want to say, Delz, I appreciate this, man. Very entertaining night from top to bottom with the battle.
Yeah, you had a blast. I know you had fun tonight. You weren't expecting a night to go like this.
Nah, I wasn't, man. So I just cammed up to, talk about the topic you
had. I
had.
publicly say something real quick. Payne is my fucking homie. Some people be always bad-mouthing me and Payne's relationship. People got to understand that as a content creator, I get put under pressure. So I got to get to the bottom of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I put Payne in that situation, it was to get to the bottom of this shit. Payne knows that I fuck with him heavy. You know what I'm saying? And he knows what I was doing. Correct or am I wrong?
No, this man, I don't even think about it. That's water under the bridge, bro.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's my guy right there. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your thoughts on the fight, please?
Oh, like I said, man, very entertaining fight from top to bottom. Again, take my hat off to Wilder. Wilder's a tremendous fighter. He doesn't have nothing to be ashamed of, to 100%. Hang his head. Nothing. He put up a great fight. He just doesn't have the right people around him to train him, and what he can't unlearn what he already knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he wasn't listening to the fight to his people too. His people were telling him what they need to do.
Right. So I'm saying you can't unlearn what you already came into the game with. And
you can't teach your old dog new tricks. Is that what you're saying?
And he picked up boxing late. You know what I'm saying? He picked it up real late, so he's not as seasoned as Fury is. And he don't, like I said, he doesn't have an arsenal. He doesn't have nothing in his tool bag but a hammer. And if he can't find his hammer, he ain't got no more tools in that bag.
True.
Damn right.
Tito, what do you got to say?
I just think that's probably his default. He started boxing late, and when you learn, boxing to me is like walking. You need to learn from a young age, and when you learn from a young age, you take those bad habits that you have, and you correct them. Well, with him, he started late, and he can correct those bad habits. And there's nothing you can do when you don't have no movement. And you're not disciplined. I don't think this is personally me. I don't think he's disciplined in his workouts, man. I just don't think so, man. Because how is it a fighter can't last 8 rounds? He was getting pounded, but not really. It wasn't nothing physical to me. I just think that he doesn't.
That is so true, though.
Yeah.
Well, yo, you know, Tito, we got to dig into what you just said there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love the panel, because you guys inspire conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did he knock the guy out twice and then run out of gas right after?
He ran out of gas from the third round on, and I just don't know what it is. Is it the discipline? Is it his workouts? You know, because my fighter used to wear a mask, simulating like he's up in 3,000 feet in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my guys wearing masks. That means that their lungs expand and they could fight 15, 16 rounds. What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his workout it's all about. But my fighters were ready to fight. I had a fighter who was ready to fight. He could fight 15 rounds. So I don't understand how he just...
It was the weirdest thing ever. And I don't think I've ever seen this. My father was a boxing trainer. Mm-hmm. He traveled all over the world. My father's from the Philippines. He traveled everywhere. And I've been watching boxing since I was a little child. Since I literally was a baby, I was watching boxing. Mm-hmm. A boxing match came on, we watched it.
All right.
I am fucking... I never in my life have seen a fight where a man has put down one man twice in one round in the early rounds, and then after that it's all downhill.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy?
Reversal.
You know what's crazy? You've heard this. You've heard this phrase. You guys have heard this phrase. I know Jonesy, Payne, even you, Delz. You've heard this phrase. Your second win. He's gonna catch his second win. Every fighter that I know catches his second win.
Yep.
Deontay Wilder has never caught his second win. Never. I've never seen him.
But you gotta think about this though, Tito. Fury kept laying on him though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Taking his legs away. So it didn't take much to put Wilder down. Like you touch that chin or touch the side of his head, you know, one of them equilibrium shots. Right. He's gonna go down because his legs is already weakened.
Exactly. Yeah, when you get hit by once you get hit, your equilibrium, like in the back of your head or even the top of your head, your equilibrium goes off, and it's just as bad as And you know what too? I was noticing. I don't know if you guys noticed. Well, I watched boxing differently. He was hitting Wilder to his left side. I mean, his left side. The kidneys, and if you hit the kidney's on your, you know, let me see, how is it? The kidney's on your right hand side, and he on the left hand side.
Your liver's on your right hand.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And he kept hitting him on his left side, which ain't doing nothing. Kidney. You gotta hit him to the liver. You gotta those liver shots are the worst. So
that's the worst.
To me, he was hitting him in the wrong spots.
Yeah,
he was just doing everything.
And then we could see clear as day that, you know, Tyson's body is not in the greatest shape too, so maybe you have a point right there, you know.
Yeah, because a guy
working on the proper areas of the body, right?
Look at what you have. Look at the angle you have right there of them two. Look at his lower body. Look at his fat. That's all
that's what I'm saying. He looked like he has been
that's a soft,
fucking hanging out on the couch eating potato chips.
But he used that fat to his advantage too, Tito.
And then
the whole fight, he leaned on him the whole fight.
Yeah, but most of the time when the hugging that was going on, the hugging was coming from homeboy. You know?
But he was Delz. He was leaning on him like at one point he was leaning on him so hard Deontay Wilder fell to his
He broke him down. He failed.
And I'm gonna down his knees. Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you the worst. And I'm gonna give you the worst thing that Wilder was doing. Wilder was moving to his left, which is his right, and that means that if you're moving to your left, he could hit you with your right hand.
With the right hand.
You gotta move the other way.
Gotta move counterclockwise.
Yeah, you gotta move to your left. To his right. Away from his power. I don't get why they didn't notice that.
He wasn't there. He wasn't there, Tito. He wasn't there after the third round. He was cooked. He was not there. You see his eyes? Yeah. His eyes. He looked defeated from the moment he got knocked down the first time.
Let me tell you something. I seen the fight and I seen Alabama go down. What great.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. And I went to a movie. I watched a game. I went to a movie. I came back. I watched the fight, and then I seen you guys run. I'm like, wait, they're on? Hold up.
No, we had to, because this is probably one of the biggest fights of the year.
Yeah. You know,
this is the enormous trilogy right here. How can we not? You know,
whenever there's a big fight like that, I'll be your boxing expert.
No, and that's why, like, Payne, like, we had it all planned, and I'm so happy you came here because I know you have a big passion for boxing. And as I said, I'm about to go to caffeine in about 2 minutes, so there's a link in the chat. I'll play some music, man.
All right.
I don't
Tito.
I don't get to fucking, hang out late like this all the time. I usually have responsibilities, but I actually have 0 this weekend. So,
Hey, Tito, man, you gonna rap.
What's your final thoughts, bro? Please tell me.
About I'm gonna co-sign everything that Payne and Tito said. They hit the nail on the head with exactly how they said it. My favorite part about this, like I said, was the excitement it brought. It reminded me, saying my dad getting the old fights and stuff and having people over. And it reminded me of me going to fight parties as older I got, and everybody bringing a dish and everybody enjoying the fight and everybody having a good time. It really just reminded me that it had that excitement. It had that that anticipation, and it had that flair. And to me, this fight lived up to the billing. It ended how we all pretty much knew it was going to end. His maturation is miles ahead of Wilder inside the squared circle there. And when you think about this fight, it just reminds you. It reminded me of how good boxing can be, how good heavyweight boxing can be.
Exactly.
When I think of trilogies, my favorite trilogy was Riddick Bowe, and Evander Holyfield. I think that trilogy was unbelievable. And this trilogy didn't live up to quite that billing, but it definitely just brought back the memories of how good heavyweight boxing can be. And I look forward to seeing not only seeing Tyson Fury box again, but also seeing Deontay Wilder rebound and definitely try to make a run again for a heavyweight championship. I think it'll be great. And this fight was nonetheless good for boxing. Boxing needs heavyweight division.
I've watched some great trilogies, man. Ward Gotti.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
Ward Gotti was great. Yeah. Raphael. I forget the other guy's name.
Heavyweight trilogy though is tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ward Gotti was special.
Yeah, there were so many great trilogies.
Frazier Ali.
Frazier Ali.
There you go.
Let me ask you this, Tito. Because look, I didn't know you knew that much about boxing, bro. Me and you gonna rap more about boxing than just Snickers, bro.
Boxing is fine. Listen. If I had a chance to go to Super Bowl, if I had a chance to go to World Series Game 7, even whatever it is, basketball Game 7, I'll go to the boxing match. Boxing's my baby.
You go to Game 7 World Series.
No, I'll go to a boxing match.
You go to Game 7 World Series at the Cubs.
If it's the Cubs, that's a different story.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna start rattling off a few. If it be the Chicago Bears hit the Super Bowl, let's come on. Stop.
What were you gonna say, Payne? You were gonna say something, Payne?
Okay, Tito. So we talking about trilogies. How you feel about that trilogy with Ali and Frazier?
That was a great trilogy. The first fight was Muhammad Ali got his jaw broken. He broke his jaw. He just got beat. But then the other 2 fights were attrition. See, 15 rounds. 15 rounds.
Yeah.
15 rounds.
You know why it changed from 15 to 12, right?
Because of that fight.
No, because of which fight? You remember which fight it was?
The trilogy. Ali and Frazier.
It changed 15 rounds to 12 when Boom Boom Mancini killed that Filipino kid or that Chinese kid. Remember that?
It was a Filipino kid.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I always thought it was the Ali fight that changed. No. Because they damn near killed each other in that fight.
No, because they went. Remember that was in the 70s. I mean, in the 70s, you still have a bunch of fights that went into 15 rounds. The fight that changed it was when Boom Boom Mancini killed a fighter, and they were going too many rounds, man. So they changed it to 12 rounds.
That fight, that third fight with Frazier and Ali, I think Frazier actually won that fight.
And Frazier was about to quit. And Frazier was about to quit.
Ali was finna quit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Ali was gonna quit, and yeah, you're right. And they threw the towel. It was
they
great,
threw the
man.
towel. Frazier said, "Hey, I would die. Do not stop this fight." He like, champ, you cannot see. You're completely blind in this eye. Ain't nothing you can do. He said, don't call this fight. And Ali said, take my gloves off, cut my gloves. And if they had waited one more second before they threw that towel in, and Ali was going to get his gloves cut, Frazier would have won that fight. So in my mind, Frazier really won that fight. It's just his corner decided to stop him.
You can't. Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm saying in my mind.
In your mind.
I mean, he did because Ali was defeated.
But
Ali quit on his stool, bro. He quit. His corner didn't let him quit yet, but he quit.
But you know, Angelo Dundee was pushing him out. He was pushing him out there, saying, "Go fight, you got this." But Ali was done.
Ali quit.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
He retired on his stool. He quit. Frazier said,
heavyweight division ain't the same, fellas. It ain't the same. Y'all can't name 5 heavyweights
right now.
Yeah, now.
I mean,
right now.
Yeah, I can name you 5, but I'll
name you. No, I'm speaking about the heavyweights. I'll name you 5. Go ahead and name Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Now who else? Ruiz and who else?
Ruiz, and then you still have that. You have that cat that just fought before. That's good.
What's his name?
Telling you right now, the guy with the tattoo that won. That guy's going to be a champion. King Kong. You got King Kong, the one that just fought Andre Wilder. DeAndre Wilder. Remember that he lost at King Kong.
It ain't the same, Tito.
It ain't the same. You see, that's the problem. Delz, this is the problem. We cannot compare the 80s and the 90s to this new boxing. You can't compare it.
Because listen, there's just not enough talent. I keep saying it, bro.
You had Riddick Bowe. You had Riddick Bowe. You had
Razor Ruddock. You had Razor Ruddock, Bruno Franco. You know what I'm saying?
It was too
Evander
much.
Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield.
Michael
Moore.
You Moore was heavyweight champion, and Foreman beat him. You had Foreman in the mix too.
You had Tua. You had Tua.
Tua was good.
You had the first heavyweight Puerto Rican champion. You had John Ruiz.
John Ruiz. Okay.
You had Fresno Kendall, who's a friend of mine. Fresno Kendall was a real good friend of mine. Who else? There was just so many, man.
Yeah, man.
And they had talent.
But and I think that also that sparked all the other divisions. Boxing was it, but see, that's what I think the love for boxing came, because that was the main combat sport when we were all around in the 80s and the 90s. It was the main combat sport. Now, there's alternatives.
Yeah, you got
there's just alternatives. But tonight reminded you of how good heavyweight
boxing can be.
You know what I mean? When we all still love boxing shit, we all get turned up. We all love that shit. I'm looking forward to that Porter and Crawford fight coming up. That's gonna be a great fight, man.
Oh, Sean Porter gonna fight Bud Crawford?
Yep, November, the week before, November 20th, I think. November 20th. Yeah.
Sean Porter might get stopped.
Earl Spencer was supposed to fight too.
Sean Porter might get stopped, y'all.
Yeah, he's gonna get stopped because Sean Porter comes forward and he doesn't know how to go backwards, and Crawford's gonna just destroy him.
Yeah, he's gonna be too preoccupied with offense.
I think he's special, man. I like him a lot. From Nebraska, from Omaha, I think.
Nebraska. Yeah,
he's tough. He's tough. That's like watching Pacquiao fight on HBO Fights After Dark. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you see these 130, 135, 140, 147 pound fighters right now that we have now are great, man. There's a lot of great fighters, A
lot.
But the thing the thing is that they're not putting them against each other. Lomachenko fought this Spanish kid.
He's about to fight again here pretty soon.
Yeah, Lomachenko's great, man. Lomachenko got hurt when he fought the Mexican kid or whatever it is, the champ.
That kid was piecing him up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lomachenko was hurt. He had a bad shoulder. He had a bum shoulder. Right afterwards, he went and got surgery. That's the problem, man. A lot of these fighters fight hurt, and it's not the same,
Yeah, well, they need a paycheck just like anybody.
Exactly.
Well, Floyd Mayweather Sr. back in the day, he fought Ray Leonard. He said he was handpicked by Ray Leonard's camp because they knew he was hurt.
Of course,
what he supposed to do?
Tomato cans every day. They pick tomato cans. You don't think that Ruiz?
And Mayweather said, what I'm supposed to do? Fight? This the biggest draw in boxing. What I'm supposed to do? Turn this fight down because I got a hurt hand? I went in there and fought him practically with one hand.
That's why they had Ruiz fighting Anthony Joshua. Ruiz is supposed to be a tomato can too. Ruiz didn't go in there and lay down. Ruiz
he didn't lay down. No, he said,
what do I got to lose? You know what I mean? What do I got to lose? And that's exactly how I do it. And you know what though? I just tonight Fury just outclassed him. He showed you what boxing.
Outclassed him. Yeah, outclassed him. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Yeah, outclassed him. But I'm out of here because I'm waking people up. My daughters are sleeping. One of my daughters sleeping. My wife. I gotta let you guys go, man.
I'm waiting for Delz. I'm about to cook.
All right, Tito, man. All love, man. Give my love to the family, man.
All right, man.
Always good to see you.
I said bye. Tell Delz.
Have a great night, Tito.
All right.
Okay, brother. Good seeing you, yo. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm waiting for the hostess with the mostest. Y'all know who time it is. You're rocking with DJ Delz. You know what I'm saying? Right here, we're all going over this this fight right night between I think you've heard us all say it between Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Great times, loved it. And it should be it was great times.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shake too, man. I gotta get up for church in the morning.
Yeah, I'm right behind.
We gotta get up out of here. I'm going to Caffeine TV. You want to listen to some music? I'm gonna show off some sneakers, hang out for about an hour. Come through. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Jones. Follow him on Twitter over at Infamous Mr. Jones. Follow Payne at Payne82. Follow me at RealDJDELZ, just like the Cash App. And feel free to send donations if you enjoyed this show. Thank you so much. Love you.
Good night, everybody.
Hey.